4.4 statistical bias. Okay, we're going to go over a couple definitions. So sampling bias. This is when a bias occurs that does not reflect the population being studied. This is caused by a method of sampling or data collection. Okay, so when we collect data, we need to make sure that the smaller group of people who we collect data from, usually we don't collect it from the entire population, but they are representative. Okay, the examples that we're going to go over are non-response bias, response bias, and then measurement bias. Okay, so think about it. What if you're asked to complete a survey that takes a long time to complete, and it's on a topic that you're not interested in? Would you complete the survey? Okay, me personally, no. So what a non-response bias is it's a bias that occurs when specific groups are underrepresented, okay, due to low participation. In other words, those people who are not interested and it takes long to complete and they're choosing not to complete it. Okay, people who choose not to complete the survey. An example of this is like mail-in surveys. So they ask you to mail something in. Well, you have to be committed enough to complete the survey, put it in an envelope, put a postage stamp on it, go to the postage box, and actually put it in. Okay, that's a big commitment for something that you don't want to do. Okay, next one. Think about it. What would your response be if your teacher asked the class, put your hand up if you're done your homework, and everyone's hand goes up? However, you're not done your homework. What would you do? Well, if everyone else's hand is going up and you're not done your homework, you're probably going to put your hand up anyway, right? So this is called a response bias. So I'll circle these ones. Okay, non-response bias. This one's a response bias. This is when the bias occurs when survey participants purposefully give false or misleading answers. So in other words, they lie. Okay, perhaps because they don't want to be embarrassed, or they don't want to get in trouble, or because they want to influence the survey results, right? You might want your teacher to just move on, like, okay, just like keep going with the lesson. I want to get this over with. Okay, and the last one, think about it. What if you read a very negative statement and then you are asked for your opinion? What is likely to happen to your opinion? Okay, so for example, the cost of living is so high that is pushing people out of their homes into homelessness. What do you think about local apartment board increasing rent costs? Well, if someone is going to tell you something super negative, you're going to probably fight for the positive, right? You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to seem like the bad guy, okay? And what this is it's called a measurement bias. This is a bias that occurs when the measurement technique has errors, which cause unreliable results, or when the question is leading and favors one response over the other. Okay, so we're just going to name situations in real life that these three are likely to encounter. So a non-response bias, we already kind of said that, like mail-in surveys. Okay, big commitment, surveys. Okay, the other one, what about a text survey? I don't mind if a text survey is like 1 or 2 questions, but when it keeps going, I end up just deleting the text or just closing it. Okay, or anything that takes a long time. Okay, maybe you're in a rush, maybe you're going to a store. Okay, maybe I know if when you get a receipt at the end of the receipt down here, like at Home Depot, they're like, fill out the survey, right? So like you actually have to log in. What about that? Log in to complete. Okay. What about a response bias? So this is non-response. Non-response, again, you're not actually responding. So not responding. Okay. Response bias. Okay. So show of hand, like when other people can judge you. Other people maybe can judge you or see your answers. Okay. What if like a health nurse said, show of hands, who engages in drugs? Who engages in drugs? Well, you're not going to like admit to that, even if you do. Or smoking, okay? Smoking is super cliche in today's world. So smoking. What about the homework one, right? Who did their homework? We kind of talked about. Obviously, all the hands are going to go up. Okay, this is when the response is the lie, right? Okay, a measurement bias. I'm going to just give you a random example. War kills innocent people. So opening up with a statement like this, war kills innocent people. Well, obviously you're going to be like, well, innocent people shouldn't die. Okay, so this is going to lead your answer. If they ask you, do you think we should go to war with Asia? Do you think we should go to war with, and that could be anything, South America, Asia, Europe, anywhere. Okay, obviously that's going to be a measurement bias. How that's going to be answered is going to be reflective on this leading statement up here.